have you ever noticed what a noble lot cowboy poets are? How great it is to ride the range on our horses, take care of our cows. What a wonderful life we all lead. It makes you wonder why everybody isn't doing it, right? Well, I'd like to suggest that part of the reason that everybody isn't doing it is because that's not always true. There were my experiences as a cowboy, or some of them were a little bit darker. And I'd like to do this poem for you now. It's called Feedlot Cowboy. Calls it a bozel, not a bozell. He doesn't even own his own horse. And his old black hat's beat all to hell. Of his woes, tequila is mainly the source. Now he works in the feedlot when they need the help, and he's always around for the gather. Been on his own since he was just a whelp. Doesn't talk much about father or mother. He's damn hard to like. He's easy enough to find. Just stay out too late some night. Boise or Butte or Jefferson City. He's the one that's passed out or always looking for a fight. See, the city cops, well, they know him by name. And he's bunked at the Crossbar Inn. When he gets out, game's always the same. Seems one, he's convinced himself he can't win. Now, there is nothing romantic about his life. He's not living the Western dream. His wide open spaces are filled with struggle and strife. No code in his West, so it would seem. But take off your robes and put down that gavel. Don't judge nor look down your nose. His road is his alone to travel. Where it goes, you and I don't know. You see, he may find Jesus or a good woman to wife. And probably he'll just up and die and he'll be buried alone in his boots with his old folding knife, nobody there to say goodbye. But there is no myth without reality. So save a little prayer in your heart, because though this feedlot cowboy sure ain't no fantasy, in the real West, he does play his part. Thank you. I got my booth over there. I got greeting cards and note cards and paintings and prints to sell. One of the paintings, this is my rodeo poem. You know, you got to have a rodeo poem if you're a cowboy poet, so this is my rodeo poem. One of the paintings is of a bronc and a rider parting company. And the rider's sort of sitting up there in the sky waiting to hit the ground. A painter named Karen Watland, about 3 weeks ago, took a look at that picture and went, you know, if I had painted that, I'd have put another hand coming up from the ground. I went, that's a great idea. I think I'll write a poem about that. So I did. And if I can remember it, I'd like to do it for you now. It's called A Hand from Hell. It was a ride for the ages. That outlaw sure could buck. Can't feel this way on wages. 8 parts cowboy, last 2 luck. He was raking him from flank to chin. His spurs were a-singing, ringing a rodeo rhapsody. He's going to finish up this ride in fine style. That's plain for all to see. But at 5.2, it all comes undone, and he's swimming through the air. Ground's coming up fast to spoil his fun. Brock's somewhere over there. So he reaches out in an attempt to ease the inevitable calamity. When up through the ground another hand he sees, making him doubt his own sanity. But that scaly red claw grabs onto his arm with a grip like icy death. Pulls him down through the clay, his heart pounds the alarm, and red dirt replaces his breath. He awakes in a sweat with a strangled scream. Bolt upright, he sits in bed, fevered from the images of that horrible dream. Already faded, gone clean from his head. Well, the next day he draws a decent ride. Old 666 out of Ortega's string. There's money to be made if he could do more than tried. But staying on for 8's always the thing. He comes out clean. His spurs is singing, raking him from chin to flank. 4 more seconds, that bell's going to be ringing. He's putting that check in the bank. But at 5.2, it all comes undone. And he's swimming through the air. Brown's coming up fast to spoil his fun. Bronk's somewhere over there. He lit head first into that hard-packed ground, and his neck snapped like a stick across your knee. More than one stomach turned at that sickening sound. This cowboy paid his last entry fee. Well, the folks got real quiet as he lifeless lay, and a hush settled over the stands. All that saw it agreed he might have been okay if he'd only reached out with his hand. Well, have a wonderful afternoon, folks. I hope you're... Thanks for coming out. It's really good to see you. Take care of each other.